In the first part of this lesson, we will explore the role of universities within the sustainable development. Why are universities central in promoting and implementing the United Nations 2030 Agenda and Sustainable Development Goals? The SDGs recognize the importance of education for sustainable development through SDG 4, which requires providing inclusive and equitable education and the promotion of lifelong learning opportunities for all. However, the tertiary education and scientific research sectors are explicitly recognized in a number of SDGs, and for that reason, university contribution is needed much more broadly in order to achieve all of SDGs. Indeed, the SDG agenda covers a wide range of interconnected social, economic, and environmental challenges, and the unique functions and expertise of universities are critical for overcoming all of these. The SDGs would not be achieved without this sector. For many universities around the world, the theme of sustainability is no longer one of the many options available, but has become a necessary and responsible development strategy. The relationship between universities and SDGs expresses a win-win strategy, so SDGs help universities and universities help the SDGs. In this context, what are the key roles for universities? First, to provide the knowledge and solution to underpin the implementation of SDGs. Second, to create current and future SDG implementers. Third, to embody the principles of SDGs through organizational governance, operations, and culture. Fourth, to provide cross-sectoral leadership in implementation. Let's see now how to integrate the 2030 Agenda in academic activity, university management and governance. The literature has identified 7 main aspects that need to be systematically integrated in a functioning of the sustainable university. First, institutional framework. It includes mission, vision, strategic planning, and institutional policies. The adoption of an institutional agenda for SD is the expression of the commitment of the entire academic community, and it's essential to define the tone top of the sustainable university. Second, research. It's one of the pillars of higher education institutions, seeking to create multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary knowledge required to promote changes. Third, education. Teaching and learning are the main levers through which education institutions have the capacity to implement the principles of sustainable development. Courses and programs on SD help to create the knowledge and awareness necessary to drive changes towards a sustainable future. Fourth, campus operations. It includes energy use and energy efficiency, greenhouse gases emission evaluation, waste and water management, food purchasing, transport and mobility, but also accessibility for disabled people and equality and diversity. Fifth, outreach and collaboration. For example, exchange programs for students in the field of SD, joint degrees with other universities, joint research and SD partnerships such as enterprises, non-governmental organizations and governments, and SD events open to community such as conferences, seminars, workshops. Sixth, SD through on-campus experiences, SD working group, SD policies for students and staff, sustainable practices for students are some examples of programs and projects devoted to stimulate students and the community to practice sustainability principles, stimulating them to think and act creatively in benefit of environment and society, creating experiences and knowledge that must be applied during lifetime. Seventh, assessment and reporting. Higher education institutions share the results of their sustainability programs and actions, increasing their transparency. Given the above described points, it becomes clearly that universities are central in promoting and implementing the United Nations 2030 Agenda and Sustainable Development Goals. Indeed, higher education and research are involved not only in the fourth SDG, which concerns education, but in many other SDGs that cover different areas: social, economic, and environment. Thanks to the very nature of the university to be places of teaching and research for the benefit of the society, its contribution is needed much more broadly in order to achieve all of SDGs.